2022 album review. I'm going to list you my top 25 albums of 2022. A lot of great rap albums came out this year. I exclusively listen to only rap. I am very much a hip hop head. Uh, I listen to other stuff too, but mostly just rap for me. Uh, that's all I really listen to. Rap, maybe like some jazz. I listen to. That's the corniest thing I've said. Um, but I'm gonna list out my top 25 albums that came out this year. It's my opinion. I don't give a shit if you like it or not. I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna give them all a quick review as well. I'm gonna try to keep this quick and under an hour. So let's just get into it. The first album on my list, this is in no particular order, maybe in the order I most listen to, cause like I listen to a lot of rappers and a lot of artists. I switch up on the daily, okay? One day I'm listening to Biggie, the next day I'm gonna listen to Polo G, all right? Like I switch crazy, or like I took the walk to Poland. Lil Yachty, he's pretty cool too. Walk. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it. The first album on my list is King's Disease 3 by Nas. I know, I gotta start it with a fucking banger. It King's Disease 3, I don't know how Nas has gone for as long as he has, like 30 years I think he's been in the game. 30 years through the beef with Jay-Z, the death row era, surviving that, East Side, growing up in New York, that shit's tough. And he survived all of it, and he's been rapping his ass off for 30 years, and he just dropped King's Disease 3 like this quarter, and it's a badass album. It's great, great productions. The King Disease series from Nas the past few years have been great albums, amazing albums, orgasmic, beautiful albums with great production by Hit Boy, great features, and just great flows coming from Nas. The flows are great, the beats are great, the topics are great. Uh, Ghetto Reporter is a great opener to the album. I think Michael and Quincy is a great banger. 30 is a banger. There's a lot of bangers on this 17 track album. I enjoyed it. I think you will too. It's a great listen to. I loved it. I listened to most of the songs on this album on repeat, sometimes 30, Hood to Hood, Reminisce, Serious Interlude, I'm on Fire, what WTF, SMH. There's a lot of bangers on here, and he just did a feature with 21 Savage that is pretty hard as well, that I recommend you go check out right now. Okay, maybe finish this video first and then check it out, but yeah. Yeah, so I would rate King's Disease 3 a solid 9 out of 10, or even a 10 out of 10, because like there's no L on this album in my opinion. I enjoyed every track on this album, and every beat, every bar. There was some corny bars in there once in a while, but like it's hard. I like it. I like Nas. I think he's underrated still. I think he's one of the goats, and yeah, a 10 out of 10. We got to start this list off with a banger. Next on my list is More Black Superheroes by Boogie. West Side Boogie, the Shady Records signee, uh, got a co-sign by Eminem. Uh, I I I love Boogie. He's great. I think everything he drops is a banger. I don't get how, but literally everything is a vibe. You could listen to him when you're feeling good, when you're feeling bad, when you're chilling, like gaming, like ch- with the boys. Like it's great. It's a great album. I liked it. He just released a deluxe edition for More Black Superheroes. Killer Mode is a great opener. That is a vibe. I don't know, like all these songs are a vibe. Every song is a banger on banger on banger. It's a Production is great. The bars are great, flows are great, melodies are great, great features, just a great vibe around the entire album. Boogie is, uh, I think he's one of the better up and coming rappers. I think he's very underrated for like how big he is supposed to be. Signed to Eminem's label, you should be huge, like 50 Cent huge. But I guess Eminem's label is just not like that anymore. But yeah, I mean, his tracks are just hard as fuck. I like them. Killer Mode, Stuck, LOL, SMH, Nonchalant with Mami, uh, It with Shelly, Dram, Windows Down with Snoop Dogg, and I think he has a track on here with Soulja Boy. Can't Even Lie is a banger as well. Even Soulja comes in with a clean verse. This album is a 10 out of 10. Another great track and great album you have to listen to. I recommend. All right, third, It's Only Me by Little Baby. I love Little Baby. He is on top of his game right now. I think he is the next, like, I don't know, how big is 21 Savage? Pretty damn big. I think he's going to be as big as 21 Savage very soon. He's going to be popping off with features with everyone and doing collab albums with everybody. He's one of the, like, he's up there for me on my like list currently with dropping bangers like It's Only Me. It's a great album. I liked it. I vibed with it, though I kind of got a little tired of like just the auto tune a little bit. I don't know if that it's just a little bit too much, but it was a hard album. You know, 23 tracks. He just banger after banger, and he's going in on every track too. He's going hard. He's got something to prove. I liked Real Spill as a great opener. Pop Out with Nardo Wick is good. Perfect Timing. Never Hating with the Young Thug. Forever with Friday. From Now On with Future is a banger. That one is a really good track. And Shiest Talk with Pooh Shiesty. I enjoyed Russian Roulette as well. There's a lot of bangers on here. The only track I did not enjoy was No Fly Zone. I don't know why. I have to go back and listen to it again. I didn't really vibe with it that much. Like towards between track like 17 and 23, I kind of like got a little tired of listening to Little Baby, but then I would go back like a day later and listen to that other half of the album and it was fire. So I don't know if it's just sometimes it can be too much Little Baby or not enough Little Baby. But he gave me a lot of Little Baby, and I'm proud of Little Baby for that. He ain't a baby no more. He a little adult now. All right. This album is a solid 9 out of 10. I just uh when Lil Baby raps, I wish he just got rid of the auto tune because I can hear something modulating his voice and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I just want him. I just want him to spit raw because he can. He doesn't need that. I don't know why these rappers use auto tune. It just makes them sound weird. It sounds like it's too much. Future sounds great with it. Some rappers can really use it well, like Cardi, Uzi, Future. But some people, it's just like too much. But Lil Baby, third. Death. Next up is Melt My Eyes, See Your Future by Denzel Curry. This Denzel outdoes himself every drop. Every time he drops, he tries to outdo himself, and he is still underrated, and I don't know why. Just, it's a great album. It's a great vibe. I can't remember the month it came out, but all I remember it was raining out, and this album fit right with the rainy vibes for some reason. And like I popped off with my driving lessons, and dude, we was just on top when this album came out. It's a banger after banger after banger. Great tracks. I really like the track with T Pain Troubles. I loved Ain't No Way with Rico Nasty, Jid, Josiah, all those guys. Buzzy Lee on John Wayne. Melt Session #1 was a great intro track as well. The cover art looks dope as shit. I really like that for some reason. I don't know why. I just like that vibe of the cover art. Uh, the production is high quality. The beats are great. The features are amazing. Danzel rapping his ass off once again. Hard bars, hard hitting lines. I like it. It's good. It's amazing. This is a 10 out of 10 for me personally, and it is in my top 5 for 2022. All right, next up I have Kendrick Lamar. I don't know why I said it like that. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. This album, the highly anticipated K. Dot album. Dude, I've been waiting years for Kendrick to drop. Years, feature after feature, just being like tickled, just being teased by Kendrick and his flows. And then he comes out with the Big Steppers, and oh my god, wasn't it a big step? It was a huge step. It was a godly step. Dude, I felt like I was walking the stairs to heaven listening to this album. This shit came out around my birthday. I was hyped. United in Grief, a great opener. N95, great track. Worldwide Steppers, Die Hard, Father Time, Rich Interlude. It was banger after banger. And I know a lot of people are like, that shit was boring. That shit's corny. Kendrick fell off. Nah, you fell off. All right, you fell off. You fell, bitch. This shit's amazing. This is top lyricism, like master lyricist at its best. Great production, amazing beats. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the subject matter. I loved this entire album. I loved the theme. I loved everything. I loved the features. Ghostface Killa. Oh my god, Purple Hearts. It's a goated song that's from my dreams. Literally my dreams of Kendrick and Ghostface. My dreams. It was a great album. I liked it. I just hope we don't have to wait another 5 years for the next one. It's a 10 out of 10 from me, my lad. Next. Next album on my list is It's Almost Dry by Pusha T. This album is just. Ah, dude, I loved this album when it came out. I just could not stop listening to it. I had it on repeat. I don't know why. I don't know like how long I had it on repeat, but I was listening to this shit to fall asleep and to wake up. It's just amazing tracks. Dreaming of the Past with Kanye West, all the shit going on with Kanye, still put out a banger. Let the Smokers Shine on the Coops, dude, that's a banger. Call My Bluff, Open Air. If you really want to listen to a man rap about cocaine, dude, you need to listen to Pusha T. This man can rap, and the production is great. I enjoyed every track on this album. There's no negatives. The cocaine talk is a little bit much at times, but man, he that's what he did, bro. He he had, he did that. He had to do that shit. It's a story. And I enjoyed it. Rock and Roll with Ye and Kid Cudi was really good too. Probably the last collab with Kid Cudi and Ye ever. Um, Pharrell Williams and Jay Z on Neck and Wrist. That is my favorite track. Goated track. The cover art on this album is great. It's almost dry. I love it. Great track. Great album. 10 out of 10 again. I know there's gonna be a lot of 10 out of 10s. I just love this shit too much, bro. I'm sorry. A lot of great albums came out this year. Next up is D-Day, a Gangsta Grills mixtape with Dreamville and J. Cole. This is also a fucking an album full of 15 bangers back to back to back with Jid, J. Cole, Kenny Menson, Shaq West, Kenny Mason. I don't know why I said Menson. Earth Gang, 2 Chainz, ASAP Ferg. Just a bunch of great features, a bunch of great beats, and production quality is high. The cover art is some weird ass Photoshop I do not like. But this album is great. There's probably like 2 songs I did not enjoy. But everything else I listen to regularly and I have it on my playlist. Stick is a great jam. We also got Starting 5 with ASAP Ferg. or not ASAP Ferg, with Loot, Cause, and Omen. I really enjoyed. Lifestyle with ASAP Ferg is a banger as well. Jazzy Flows with Earth Gang is also a banger. This track, an album, is a banger. Next up, we have Freddie Gibbs, Soul Sold Separately. Uh, Another banger by Freddie Gibbs. I love every Freddie Gibbs album. I don't know why. I'm such a fan of Freddie. I love him. Blackest in the Room is dope. Zipper Bags, Too Much, Lobster Omelet, Space Rabbit, Rabbit Vision, Dark Hearted, Gold Rings with the Pusha T. Dude, this album was great when it came out and is still great to listen to today. And I'm going to keep on listening to it for a while. Great album. It's a vibe. It a vibe. Next up is Casino by Cal Scrubby. Now, Cal Scrubby is um a little underrated in my opinion. I don't know if what he's rapping about is like the real shit he does or if he's just a popping off rapper, but the man can rap. He's got bars. I really enjoyed his album Casino. It was great. I enjoyed it. I thought he really put out some fire. His other albums are also really good. I liked him. I listened to him a lot this year, so I put him on this list because I actually enjoyed his album. I really did. I didn't think I would. Um, I thought he would be kind of corny, but no, like I liked his album. It was good, banger. Like the beats sound like they're from YouTube, like they're just YouTube type beats, but his rapping makes up for it. So next up is Five and a Fuck You from Grip, another Shady Records artist that should have blown up by now, that needs to be bigger than they are right now. Very underrated. Grip has some amazing bangers of albums. Like just he drops fire nonstop. Once again, Five and a Fuck You. Cook Up, a great intro. 94 Flow is a great banger. Old school banger for some reason. It feels very old school to me. This whole album feels a little old school, and I like that. It's hard, and I like it. It's like new and old, and Grip is just rapping his absolute ass off, and he's really fucking good, and you need to listen to him. It's a vibe. Next up is Her Loss by 21 Savage and Drizzy Drake, which I really liked. I liked this collab. This was a very needed collab. Some of the tracks get a little bit repetitive after a while, but nah, man, they're bangers. They're all bangers. I listen to a big handful of these songs on my workout playlist, and I got a handful of them on my vibing playlist. I love 21. I love Drizzy. It's great. It's uh it's definitely up there on my list for 2022. It's not my favorite album to come out this year, but it's up there. It's just that feature, just 21 and Drake working together is amazing. It's great. The vibe. All right. Next up is Suicide Boys and Germ, Dirtiest Nastiest Suicide. This album just came out. It's great. I Suicide Boys at their best. They keep getting better every album they dropped. Every album they drop. This one is the same energy from their last two. And dude, they are just going off. I love every track on this album. It's banger after banger. There's one track, I can't remember it. Hold on, let me try to find it real quick because I want to make sure I got the right track that you need to listen to. I think it's My Swisher Sweet, but My Sig Sawyer. That track, the beat gets nuts and it's great. Champagne Face is also good too. Next, I Never Liked You by Future. Future, I missed Future so much, bro. I missed him. He finally came back, and it was a banger. The world missed Future. Everyone loved this album. I don't know who doesn't like this album. Puffing off the Zooties, bro. Banger. The Drake collabs on here are bangers. I really enjoy this album. It's a vibe. And then next is Little Sims, No Thank You. Little Sims from the UK, female rapper, popping off, queen shit. I really enjoyed the album. There is no negatives to that album in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. It's a vibe. Nothing really like stuck out to me that like, I would put on a playlist really, but it's a banger. And then we have 2000 by Joey Badass. This is also a banger. Like I don't know what it is with Joey Badass, but dude, that man can rap and he has like such an old school vibe to him. Like he's someone that should have been around in the 90s and like should have stayed there, but nah, he's here now, bro. Like he's up in here and he's rapping off. I liked it. It's a good album. It's a vibe. All right, I promise these are the final 10 albums that I'm going to talk about. Kid Cudi, Intergalactic. I've been waiting for another Cudi project. Cudi's been kind of like weird lately with his fans and stuff. Like he'll be mean to fans on Twitter, but then like drop a banger like this, and like everyone loves him again. And then he'll sell a clip art T-shirt for $300, and then he'll like come out with another banger, and it's like shit, fuck. Like I guess, but Kid Cudi, I love him. He's great. Even though he does get crazy sometimes, I haven't seen him do anything as crazy as Kanye yet. So this is a banger. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a vibe, definitely. And then we have not Kanye. Sorry, whoa. We have Conway the Machine. God don't make mistakes. This album is amazing. Conway the Machine always putting out bangers. Very hard rapper in my opinion. I think he's up there with the legends. I think he's a master at this shit. I think he is one of the goats in my opinion. He's on Shady Records as well. No surprise. It seems like all the really good rappers are signed to Shady Records, but Shady Records doesn't do anything to help them whatsoever. Good shit, Eminem. But Conway the Machine, God don't make mistakes, and Conway sure as hell didn't either. He also dropped another album, I think, that I have not listened to yet, and I need to, and we all need to, because it was a banger. This album was, and the next album will probably be a banger as well. And then next we have West Side Gun 10. Now, this album, dude, these beats, West Side Gun, I know a lot of people are like, his voice is weird. His voice doesn't sound right. I can't stand him. Dude, fuck you. Suck my dick. He sounds amazing. The man can rap his ass off. The man has amazing beat selection, amazing themes to talk about, very entertaining, great features, and he can just rap his ass off. He is spitting. 10 out of 10. Vibe. And then next we have an album that I feel like some people kind of forgot came out. Lil Durk, 7220. I thought it was a great album. Had Aha on it, which was just an amazing track for this album to be on. For this track to be on this album, this album is great. The opening track, the opening theme, just all the shit he talks about. There's some tracks that definitely hit harder than others, and I really enjoy this album by Lil Durk. I think he's very underrated still, and I wish he got more notice this year, honestly. And then next up is JID, The Forever Story. Jid is always putting out great shit. This man can also rap. I really like him. I like his flows. He has the most unique flow patterns ever. People say he ain't talking about much, but bro, you just ain't listening hard enough. This album was great. Great production once again. Great themes, just great topics. I love the flow. His I don't know how, but he can switch flows like that, and it's insane when it happens. Him, Denzel Curry, just they're really up there on my list this year because they popped off. And then next we have Key Glock Pre 5L. This album, it's an EP, but it still counts for me. It was a banger. There's like 7 or 8 tracks on this album, and they're all on my workout playlist. Like, I really like Key Glock lately. I got to get into more of his shit. I haven't listened to all of his albums, but I'm going to because I thought he was really good, and I rate that album pretty highly. It's a vibe. Next, we have Metro Boomin, Hero and Villains, which I feel like will be the sound for the next few years in hip hop because this production, the quality of the beats, this is definitely in the top three albums of this year for me because I mean Metro Boomin just came with some hard beats and hard features. The future features are great on this album. I really like this album. It's a banger. Uh, I enjoyed it. It's great. It's a vibe. Next we have Benny the Butcher, Hannah Talk 4, a great track, a great album. I love this album. It's great. I don't know how many times I have said great this video, but it's great. I literally don't know what to say because there's no negatives from it. Maybe the track with Diddy I didn't like that much. Diddy's verse that much, but it, I love Benny's flow. I love his beats. The West Side Gun feature, Conway the Machine feature, Boldy James, J. Cole as an opening feature. Just one of the harder albums I've heard this year. Benny, uh, Conway, and West Side Gun, they're up there as well as the Shady Records guys. Like those are bangers. Danzel and Jid. Like there are a lot of underrated people on my list that released bangers. And then next we have Sarmageddon. Sarmageddon by Sarface. And if you don't know, this is a very old school, underrated rapper that you need to go listen to, Sarface. I'm gonna link him in the description, but it was one of my favorite albums to come out this year. I love the theme of it. I love the beats. I love the verses. I love Sarface. And then finally, we have Cheat Codes by Black Thought. Black Thought is just a lyricist, a master lyricist at best. And this is just a great album by him. From you really have to listen to it in order, but I really thought it was a great album, and I recommend it. I think he's very underrated, and the features and productions were great. The MF Doom track was amazing. The ASAP Rocky track and Run the Jewels on that was great, and it just hypes me up for the next Run the Jewels album because they've been featured on like a very few albums in this list, and I'm excited to see them come out with Run the Jewels 5. So yeah, but that's my top 25 albums for 2022, and more are probably going to drop before this video comes out, but I don't really care. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, tell me what your albums are, or if you listen to any of these albums, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.